I want you to picture a video clip for a second. Beat. The visuals are absolutely stunning.
Like full cinematic lighting.
Yeah, exactly. Sort of a gritty Blade Runner aesthetic. You can see the pores on the character's skin. You see the sweat on their brow. You are totally immersed. You are ready for the story. And then the character opens his mouth.
And he sounds like a corporate training video from 1988.
Instantly, the immersion just it evaporates. It is the uncanny valley of sound.
All right.
You have this visual masterpiece, but the audio feels like it's being read by a GPS navigator, a slightly bored one.
It is the single biggest hurdle in AI filmmaking right now. Or I should say it was the biggest hurdle.
Which brings us to today. Welcome to the deep dive. I am really glad you're joining us for this one.
It's going to be a fascinating conversation.
We are breaking down a specific workflow today, a guide from early 2026 by Max Ann called Mastering AI Dialogue.
The emotional lip sync guide.
Right. And the mission here is to finally solve that fake dialogue problem. We are not just talking about standard text-to-speech anymore.
No, we are talking about performance layering.
Performance layering. The guide covers a 6-phase workflow: designing the voice, tagging emotions, generating storyboard visuals, and lip syncing.
It is a comprehensive system.
I have to admit, I still wrestle with prompt drift myself.
Yeah.
I will be tweaking a character and the AI just wanders off. Getting a consistent emotional result is a real struggle for me, so this guide feels incredibly relevant.
It completely reframes the process.
Yeah.
For the last few years, we have been treating AI video like a microwave dinner.
How do you mean?
You press one button, you say, make me a movie.
Yeah.
And you just hope the whole meal comes out cooked evenly.
And it usually comes out with the edges burnt and the middle frozen solid.
Precisely. This guide argues that you have to cook the components separately. You design the voice in one place, you tag emotions in another, generate visuals separately.
And then stitch it all together.
Exactly. It's the only way to get a truly human feel.
Let's jump into phase 1, voice design. The source makes a really strong point right away. Standard AI voices are actually designed to fail at acting.
They are. Think about what a standard text-to-speech model, which is just AI reading words aloud, is built for.
Right.
Historically, it is built for clarity. To read an audiobook or a news article, it prioritizes clear enunciation.
A steady pace.
Yeah. But acting isn't about clarity. Acting is about subtext. It is messy.
The guide uses a great example, a line from a desert survival scene.
Right, the Heine scene.
The line is, "There's nothing out there, Heine. No road, no shelter, nothing."
Now, if you feed that into a default AI voice, it reads it perfectly. Crisp and clean.
There's nothing out there, Heine.
Exactly. And it's completely wrong. Because if that character has been walking in the scorching sun for 3 days without water, they shouldn't sound crisp.
They should sound exhausted.
They should sound hollow, defeated. So the fix is to separate the audio workflow entirely. Do not use all-in-one generators.
The guide specifically recommends ElevenLabs voice design for this. But the trick is how you prompt the voice. Most people just list demographics: male, 40s, American accent.
And that gives you a generic 40-year-old American, a stock photo of a voice. Max Ann says you must ignore those default templates.
You have to describe the situation.
Right. Not the acoustic sound, but the biological state.
So it's less about describing the sound of the voice and more about describing the suffering of the character.
Exactly. You prompt for fatigue, tension, strain of uncertainty.
Context creates the timbre.
Perfectly said. If you tell the AI the character is confident, but they are stranded in a desert, it won't work. The biological state prompts the AI to find the texture of suffering, the microtremors in the vocal cords.
That makes a lot of sense. So that is phase 1. We have our raw voice. Now phase 2 is emotion tagging. This is where we control the actual performance using the ElevenLabs 11v3 alpha model.
This model is a massive leap because it allows for audio tags.
Explain how those work in this context.
Think of it like a stage director. You treat these tags like acting notes in a script. They are in brackets, like sighs, gulps, whispering, desperate.
And the AI doesn't read the word sighs out loud.
No, it performs the sigh. It directs the AI's delivery of the next words.
The guide talks about the arc of a line. It is not just one tag for a whole sentence.
Because humans don't feel one emotion for 10 straight seconds, our emotions shift dynamically.
So you could have a male character start a line tagged as loud, but end the line tagged as quiet.
Or a female character shifting from quietly frustrated to total resignation, that trailing off into silence.
That is what makes it feel alive. Beat. So it sounds like we're moving from prompting to actual directing. Does this require a lot of trial and error?
Yes, it is a numbers game. You generate batches.
You generate batches to find the human take.
Exactly. You listen for smooth emotional shifts. Sometimes the AI glitches and you get a microphone change.
A drop in audio quality.
Right. It breaks the realism entirely.
Yeah.
So you discard those and keep the smooth ones.
All right. Moving to phase 3. Visual consistency and the 3x3 method. This is why we bring in Nano Banana Pro to generate characters.
And this solves the classic nightmare of AI video, keeping the face the same across different shots.
It is so frustrating. You get a great close-up, and then the wide shot looks like a completely different person.
The solution here is the 3x3 storyboard grid method.
How does that work?
You use one prompt to generate 9 separate shots, all contained in a single image file, a grid.
Like a contact sheet.
Right. Because diffusion models, the AI that generates images, start with a random mathematical seed. By doing a grid, you force the AI to use the exact same seed for all 9 panels simultaneously.
It locks in the lighting and the facial structure.
Exactly. But it introduces a new issue, the blurry face problem.
Because in the wide shots on that grid, the face is tiny.
And the AI doesn't allocate enough detail to small subjects. It becomes a smudge.
The guide has an upscaling trick for this, right?
It does. You save the blurry Y shot, then you save a sharp close-up from that same grid. You upload both into Nano Banana Pro. And you use an in-painting prompt to repaint the facial details on the wide shot, using the close-up as a reference.
That upscaling trick feels like a lot of extra work. Is it strictly necessary?
It is if you want lip sync to work.
Animation tools need a sharp mouth to track.
Exactly. If you feed the software a blurry face, the mouth tracking slides all over the place. It ruins the illusion immediately.
Let's take a brief pause here. Beat. We will be right back to talk about making that face actually move. Sponsor break provided separately. All right, we are back. We have our tagged emotional audio. We have our sharp, consistent visuals. Now, phase 4, lip sync and motion prompts.
This is where we animate the face.
Right.
The guide compares a couple of tools here, OmniHuman 1.5 and Creatify Aurora.
OmniHuman is better for big, dramatic movements, right?
Yes, flailing arms, big speeches. But for this nuanced emotional dialogue, the guide highly recommends Creatify Aurora.
Why is that?
It preserves skin texture much better during subtle movements, and it handles clips up to 60 seconds long seamlessly.
But the really crucial part of this phase isn't just the tool, it is the motion prompt.
This is a massive paradigm shift.
We are so used to giving mechanical instructions, like nod twice or look left.
Do not give mechanical instructions. That is how you get robotic bobblehead movements.
You have to describe the internal state instead.
Yes. Emotional prompting. You write something like, trying to hold themselves together.
That is fascinating. Prompting the emotion of the movement rather than the movement itself.
Right. The AI has analyzed millions of human videos. It knows how the jaw clenches when someone holds back tears.
It prevents robotic nods and gives believable body language.
It translates the emotional cue into natural physical behavior far better than we ever could manually.
2 sec silence. Let that sink in for a second. We're trusting the machine's latent understanding of human cytology to drive the performance.
It is profound.
It is. All right, phase 5 and 6. Soundtrack and assembly. This is where we bring it all together.
For music, the guide suggests ElevenLabs music creation.
The key here is prompting for atmosphere, not just instruments.
Right. You don't just say acoustic guitar. You say desert survival. And critically, you have to match the tempo to the dialogue pacing.
If it is a slow, painful conversation, the music needs a slow tempo.
Exactly. And when you bring it all into your editor DaVinci Resolve or Premiere, there is a strict mixing rule.
Keep the music at 25 to 35% of the dialogue volume.
The voice is the star. Don't let the music fight it.
But the actual editing technique is what caught my eye. Cutting on the rhythm of the dialogue, letting lines breathe.
This is Film School 101, but AI creators often miss it. You cannot just leave the camera on the person speaking the entire time.
You have to insert reaction shots.
While the main character speaks, cut to the listener. Show them absorbing the words.
It seems the editing is where the story actually happens, doesn't it?
Absolutely. The reaction shots are what sell the relationship between the characters.
Reaction shots sell the relationship.
It proves they exist in the same space. And, practically speaking, it is a great way to hide any minor lip sync glitches.
Oh, that is clever.
Yeah. If the mouth looks a little rubbery on a specific word, just cut to the listener's face for that second. The audio keeps playing, the emotion lands, and you hide the artifact.
That is traditional filmmaking saving cutting-edge tech. I love that.
It works perfectly.
So we have walked through the whole process. When you step back and look at this entire workflow, what is the big idea here?
The big idea is that we have officially moved past the era where AI video was just a novelty.
It used to just be a magic trick.
Exactly. But looking at this, imagine scaling this. We aren't just making cute little clips anymore. A single person sitting at a desk can now orchestrate a full emotional scene with the nuance of a Hollywood film studio.
The ceiling has been totally removed.
It has. By treating the voice, the visual, and the movement as separate modular performances, the uncanny valley just disappears.
It is like stacking Lego blocks of data.
That is a perfect analogy.
Yeah.
A voice block, a visual block, a motion block. You snap them together to build something that feels completely organic.
It blurs the line between generating something and actually directing something.
You are a director now.
So, for the person listening right now who might be wanting to test these waters, what is the one thing they should do today?
Start small. Don't try to make a whole movie today. Try just one step. Go into a tool, create one custom voice that isn't a default template.
Prompt for a biological state.
Exactly. Write one emotionally tagged line and just hear the difference. Once you hear that genuine emotion, you'll see the potential.
I think that is great advice, Beat. I want to leave you with a final thought to mull over. We have spent this whole time talking about how we can direct the AI to perfectly mimic human emotion. But what happens when the AI starts directing us, subtly shaping our emotional responses through these perfectly engineered synthetic performances? When the machine knows exactly which microexpression will make you cry, who is really pulling the strings?
That is a chilling thought to end on.
Something to think about. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
It was a pleasure.
We will see you next time.